Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Asha Roopani and today's video is one of the most requested videos that how to find a part-time job in Canada. This video is for those who are students in Canada or who are just landed in here, because finding a professional or full-time job in Canada right after landing is a bit hard. So it is very much important to find a part-time job until you find your professional or full-time job. So anyways, we have our guest who is going to help us answer all of your questions that I get every day. So anyways, without wasting any time, let me just introduce our guest, Asha Roopani. She's going to answer all of our questions, whatever I have in my list. So yeah, let's just start. Would you like to tell our YouTube family about yourself?
Sure. Thank you for having me, Amarta. My name is Asha Roopani, as Amarta requested me to answer a lot of questions that you guys have been asking her. So I'm here to answer all of your questions. So bring them on.
How did you find your first job in Canada?
So when I landed as a new immigrant in this country, I found I was referred by somebody to this place and I was hired on somebody's reference.
Okay, and was it your first time part-time job?
Yes, it was my part-time because I was going to high school at that time. But I was working 2 to 3 days depending on my days off. Like if there was summer vacation, if I was not taking any courses during the summer, then I would work full time. If not, then it was our part-time job. Yeah.
And you said you were referred by somebody, right?
Yes.
So guys, reference really works in Canada. If your friend or your family works anywhere in any place, they can always refer you. So at least they can forward your resume to the hiring manager. That way, because hiring manager gets hundreds and thousands of resumes in a day, right?
Correct.
So your resume got directly to HR manager, and this is how you got your first job. Since you are at manager position, right, and you hire people almost every other day.
Mm-hmm.
So what are those factors or qualities that you focus in your potential employees before hiring your employees?
So it actually depends on few factors. If I'm looking for full-time, if I'm looking for part-time, if I'm looking for... it depends on what criteria I'm looking for. But there are a few things that are very common, no matter what company you go to, they're very common factors, just like punctuality, your dressing sense. Measure the punctuality like this. If the interview is at 11, what time do they come in? Do they come in 15 minutes early? Check in with the supervisor that they're there. And or if they're at 11 sharp, or if they're running late, and if it's whatever the weather is, how do they dress up?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not too picky when it comes to dressing up. It's just that it's not like ripped jeans and shorts and a lot of jewelry, a lot of makeup. Yes, I did have a couple of team members who actually came in very formal dress up, and I actually liked
it, right?
Liked it because it shows that how serious they are to get that job. They're not like going to the mall and stopping by to do the interview and all. So if somebody is dressed up, has their cover letter, their resume, their application form completely done, and they have signed it at the bottom, because sometimes they miss it because it's all the way at the bottom and they miss it. So it shows how serious you are. So what happened is that I hired most of my team members. When they keep on coming and they keep on asking for the manager, and somebody says, "Oh, Asha is not here today," so they hear my name and they pay attention to the details that the manager's name is Asha. So when I see a cover letter with my name on it, that here Asha, madam, ma'am, or whatsoever, then it grabs my attention.
Exactly.
And then I do take some time out to read what's there. And again, being part-time or full-time, that also pays. I pay a lot of attention to that because it is me who's hiring full-time or part-time.
Is it important to have cover letter?
It's not mandatory, but it adds weight to your...
It does. So it is always good idea to know manager's name and write it down on your cover letter, because it is going to grab your manager's attention for sure, as Asha said. Okay guys, the next question that I commonly get is what do hiring managers see in their resumes?
So for example, I look at the availability That's my number one priority.
So do you give preference to those who are looking for full hours or just the part-time hours?
Actually, it depends on the candidate. So at times I do look for full timers. At times I do look for part timers. Because again, it depends on how busy the restaurant is, how many people we require, and all. So if you're looking for full time, but I do have lots of candidates like students or somebody who's not looking for full time. So if I like two individuals who are looking for part time and their availability is like throughout the week, then I'll hire two part timers. But if somebody is there full time, then I'll go for full time. When it comes to me hiring somebody, I would always tell them number one thing: be honest. Honesty is the best policy. If you are telling me on the interview day that, oh, I'm available anytime, it is very shady. Okay,
Yeah.
so don't do that.
It does happen. Most of the time it does happen.
Yeah, so don't do that. Be honest. If you're not available from Monday to Thursday from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m., let's say you have another job, it's fine. Okay, it's fine to have two jobs. But be honest. Don't just lie, oh, I can't work, or I can work, and then as soon as you're hired and after a month, you'll be like, oh, I can't work. Remember, you're still on probation for 3 months. I can get somebody else. So it's better not to waste somebody's time, because I could have hired somebody else on that day.
Okay, now one of the most important questions, that is it possible to get a job from India or Pakistan or out of Canada? Would you ever give preference to those people?
Actually, I've never encountered a situation like this that I had to hire somebody from outside, because daily we get like hundreds of resumes. It is not fair with people here that I hire somebody from outside. But again, it is not written on stone that we cannot hire or we should hire only locals. It's just that I never encountered something like that. So I would prefer whoever's resume I have, either by paper, like paper copy, somebody who comes and drops their resume and application form, or somebody who fills up the application form online. Yes, international students. I do have a lot of international students working for me. I am not stereotyped when it comes to hiring locals or international. As long as they fit my availability, as long as they fit the criteria that I'm looking for, as long as they have good personality to represent the brand that I work for, I will, go for it. It doesn't matter if they're local, young, old, international, doesn't matter. When we are hiring somebody from back home, that means we cannot find somebody who can do that job here, which is, I don't think that's possible, or it is easy to defend when government or labor board asks us if they ask us like, what did you find in their resume that you did not find here? It's hard to back that up. But
there are other big companies, professional companies, they do hire talented people from outside of Canada. So that is another subject that I would definitely cover. But for now, let's keep it for QSR. Where do you post your jobs?
So actually, I didn't have to post it anywhere online, but I do hear this from my other friend managers in the areas, that they post their jobs on either Kijiji, LinkedIn. There was one more, I just can't remember. But personally, when it came to me hiring somebody, our location, like restaurant's location, is very close to a university and residential area. So I do get a lot of drop-bys, a lot of students, a lot of people who are looking for long-term or short-term. So I do get a lot of resumes each day. So I've never had to post.
Okay, so you mean to say it is always a good idea to walk in and speak with manager and drop off your resume, because this is the most effective way to find a part-time job in Canada. Has anybody called you to find a job? To look for a job?
Yes, actually, and I find it very lazy.
Is it?
I don't know. It's a very smart thing to do actually, and I've actually hired a few people by that. I would say, instead of just asking the direct question, just ask if the manager is in, or if if the manager is in, or if they can come by, drop off their resume instead of yes, it's a good thing to ask if you're hiring, so their visit is not wasted. But keep on asking me questions regarding the job, like, are you looking for full-time, part-time, what are the hours?
So you mean to say it is always a good idea to do your own homework first and then talk to manager?
I'm not trying to be stereotype. I would say just ask. There's just a few questions that I would like to answer over the phone. Are we hiring? I would say yes, we are hiring, or no, honey, we are not hiring at the moment.
Okay.
Just come and drop off your resume, and that's it. That's it. When it comes to punctuality, I do not compromise. If they're late for interview, then they have to be super duper outstanding. They have to like ace their interview, okay, in order for me to hire them. Because punctuality is number one, okay, when it comes to work. So yeah, so they have to be punctual in order for me to like
Hire them.
listen to them. Like yeah, if they have to be super duper good. If they're late, they have to have a good explanation, like a valid reason why they are late. Because if they're late for the interview, then how do I know if they're gonna show up for their shift?
Yeah.
Right?
So, do you suggest to put references with resume or
I would prefer to put down your references.
with your resume?
Yeah, yeah. I would prefer that because I would not call you reference. Like you will not be like as a manager or any HR person. They're not supposed to call you references unless they have interviewed you. So it is a mandatory thing for us to call for reference. So make sure you put down your reference numbers and make sure you inform them that you are using them as a reference, because it's not a nice thing for me or any manager to find out that their employee is looking for a job and using them as a reference and not even telling them. Why do you always drink this?
It helps me to detoxify my body. And guys, it is amazing for your digestive system. And can you imagine, Asha, I lost 2 kg already because
Wow.
I've been having this tea in the morning and in the night time too.
And guys, they have also provided a 30-day detox plan for you to follow. And guys, they have also provided a 30-day detox calendar at the back where you can keep the track of your tea consumption for 30 days to detoxify your body.
And if you want to buy this tea, the link is in my description box below. You can check it out and you can get discount on this.
Ah, nice. I like that part.
Yeah.
And all the directions are given at the back of this package.
Oh my god, that was a lot of information. So let's just conclude whatever we spoke. So Asha, I would like to have some tips and suggestions for my YouTube family. That what would you like to suggest to get a part-time job? Like if you could summarize everything all together so that they can get idea before looking for a part-time job.
Before you look for a job, you need to know if you're serious, if you're ready to have a job or not. Because in order for you to go and look for a job and apply for jobs, you need to know, are you ready for the commitment? Because if you're scheduled, if you have to show up, you can't just be like, wake up, oh, I don't want to go, I don't feel like it. No.
And I want to call in sick. Yeah.
Yeah. So unless it's a genuine reason. So when it comes to interviews, where your resume, your cover letter, your application form, make sure that whatever organization that you're going to, you edit your resume, your cover letter according to that. Don't go for a quick service restaurant or customer service representative and have an admin or just totally different experience on there. So it's okay if you don't have any other experience, it's fine. But again, try to stick to something that's related to it. The other thing is dress up nice. Don't go crazy on the makeup, on the jewelry. Availability. Be honest with your manager, because again, if you are not honest, your manager is going to find out within the 3 months of probation that you will be on. So don't lie. I would say just call and try to find out manager's name, have their name on the cover letter, and see what timing the manager is going to be in. Try to catch them. Tell them, I would like to speak to the manager. Because if you speak to the manager, you're handing your resume to the manager's hand and they're going to look at it right away. Because what happens if I get 20 resumes in a day and there is only one resume, I'm getting it from individual, I'm looking at it right there.
For sure.
Right? So
Yeah.
I've hired most of my team members like that. Because they have come to the restaurant, they have actually made quite a few trips to see me, right? So that shows that they're serious. And if they keep on asking for me, they keep on following up after they've applied, that what's the status, I do take them seriously because I know that they are serious and they are in need of job.
So yeah, this was pretty much it for today, and I would like to thank Asha a lot that she helped us to answer all of our questions. and I hope you find it really helpful. If you have any more questions, please let me know in the comment box. I and Asha will be more than happy to answer all of those questions. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel because there's a lot more coming up for you guys. Till then, you take care and I'll see you again.